Welcome to A Course in Business Miracles. This is Heather Dominick, creator of BusinessMiracles.com and founder and leader of the highly sensitive entrepreneur movement. Join me today for some genuine practical assistance and a business-altering and life-changing experience, a business miracle. This is A Course in Business Miracles, episode number 26, The Inner Secret to Creating HSE Financial Success, part 2 of 2. Listen in to part 2 and the final of 2 episodes to learn how your energetic state of being can stand in the way of being a financially successful, highly sensitive entrepreneur and what to do about it.
From forgiveness that allows for an opening to lead into the next level of raising your prosperity consciousness, which is about establishing your priorities. The ego mind, the fear mind, will try to tell you that it can only be all or nothing. Again, the ego mind or the fear mind will try to tell you that it's an either-or situation. Either you take care of your family or you build your business. Either you take care of others or you take care of yourself. And that is a ploy by the ego mind, by the fear-based mind, to keep you limited, to keep you small. The truth is that the ultimate is through expansion. As you expand, it becomes an opportunity for and both, rather than either or. You take care of your family and you grow your business. You experience prosperity for yourself and you're able to contribute to others. It is the ego mind, it is the fear-based mind that says, if I have more, that leaves others with less. Who am I to be wealthy and rich and prosperous when there are so many who are suffering? Who am I to be happy and peaceful and prosperous when there are so many who are sad and without? The truth with a capital T is that as you allow into your expanded experience more, then you have more to give. The flow with that circular physical motion of the money, the prosperity comes in and it's available to flow out and come in and flow out. And the flow out becomes wider and wider as you reach and touch more people. So your priorities become a focus, or you establish your priorities from the both and both perspective rather than either or. You take the time to establish your priorities. What is of utmost importance for you? Why do you want what it is that you want for yourself in your business? That is my second coach's request for you, is to establish your 3 top priorities. What is most important to you and why? And then how are those priorities connected? Be sure you're writing this down. Again, second coach's request. What are your 3 top priorities? Why are these important to you? And how are these top 3 connected? And then You begin to treat your time as if it were a precious jewel. Write that down. You treat your time as if it were a precious jewel. When you do this, amazing things, miracles begin to happen. So what do I mean by treat your time as if it's a precious tool? Your time begins to be invested in your top priorities. Your energy begins through time to be invested in your top priorities. So you can ask yourself the key question, how is what I am currently doing? How is how I am using my time contributing to my 3 top priorities? I had a very important call with a client, and we were looking at her schedule for the next 2 weeks, some obligations that she committed to. And as we were mapping out her schedule so that this could be doable for her, she said, wait a minute, where am I? Where am I and my business in this? And I said to her, that is a very good question. So she had a moment of recognizing that where she had chosen to invest her time, where she had chosen to invest her energy, was not leaving a lot of room to take care of what was actually is one of her top priorities, her business and herself. So you might have, similar to this client, some things that are currently on your plate that must be followed through with, or just parts of our lives, like our children, our families, regular day-to-day tasks that are taken care of. But instead of either or, I'll get through that, and when I get through that, that's when I'll have time. How can your top priorities, if it's not connected to the current tasks that are in front of you, how can the time on the current tasks begin to hold the energy of your top priorities? When this spiritual leader made this shift, when she had that awareness, we were able to then allow her to begin to step into these actions that she must follow through on over these next couple of weeks, rather than let me just get through these and I'm so annoyed and I'm so mad at myself, I'm so resentful that I have to do these tasks, but to instead begin to fuse them with an understanding of an honoring of the follow-through here contributes to what she's then going to be able to step into later, and bringing the energy of her priorities to her current tasks. So when you begin to treat your time as if it were a precious jewel, again, miracles begin to happen. When you shift the energy, you shift the way in which you are completing your tasks within the time that is a precious jewel, then this is when the light, universe, soul, spirit, source, Buddha, Allah, God, begins to really be able to guide you. The light will guide you. So even if your priority is mismatched, meaning what you currently have focus on in terms of your tasks, like the spiritual leader who recognized, yikes, what I've got going on, not really what I want to have going on. When you are clear about your priorities, treating time as a precious jewel, the light will shift your focus to the right thing. Again, very similar to how there was an awareness, an awakening, an aha, an insight, an epiphany for this spiritual leader. By simply making the effort to establish priorities, you will find yourself in the right place at the right time doing precisely the right thing. And I'm going to say that again. You will, through the establishment of your priorities, find yourself in the right place at the right time doing precisely the right thing. Not later, not someday when, now. You be the cause of time, not the effect of it. And this is a key piece of prosperity consciousness, to be the cause of time, not the effect of it. If you don't appreciate the time that you are given, your time will not have the energy of the universe behind it. It is the shift in the way, even before the what, that creates an automatic up-leveling of both energy and experience. And that is expansion. That is evolution. From forgiveness to priorities, we are led to integrity as a key piece to raising your prosperity consciousness. So I want you to write this statement down. I honor my integrity in all that I do. So the purity and integrity of your energy is very important because your integrity guides you to create things that are in harmony with the deepest part of your being. Now, this is so important and so much more deep than your mind may have previously allowed you to realize. Your integrity is not following the rules of others. It is following your internal rules. Integrity does not mean doing just what your parents did before you. Integrity does not mean you pleasing your spouse. Integrity does not mean doing whatever needs to be done so that people will like you. Your integrity is knowing within you what is true. It's not fear that says, oh, I must be out of integrity. I feel afraid, so I'm out of integrity. That's the fear mind. That's the ego mind trying to keep you small. Integrity is always about expansion. Integrity is about expansion for all. And that is the ultimate measure. So your integrity leads you to the choices and situations that are prosperous for you. So if you're doing something that is about taking you off track, holding you back, staying stuck, staying small, that is an indication that you are out of alignment with integrity. You know, you can feel it within you when you are maintaining your integrity and when you are not. If you feel that you're compromising your ideals, such as doing something for money that does not feel comfortable to you, then you are not operating within your integrity. If you are doing something out of obligation, you are not honoring your integrity. If you are doing something because you don't want to make someone else mad, you are not honoring your integrity. When you honor your integrity, you will be repaid many times over with increased prosperity. But honoring your integrity will often push you beyond what you've been comfortable with up until now. It's extremely important that you feel good about everything you do, that you act upon your values, that you're honest with the people that you deal with, and that you come from your truth, even if this makes the other person upset. Your integrity challenges you to look at what's real and important to you, and to choose integrity over illusions, to choose integrity over promises, and to choose integrity over other people's desires. This is about following your own wisdom over another person's. It's not about following your fear. Wisdom does not know the language of terror. And write that down. Wisdom does not know the language of terror. Fear is not guidance. This is about honoring everyone you deal with and holding everything that you do up to the light of your soul. Your energy and being are your gifts to the world. The more your energy is clear and flowing, then the more you have to give others. Money that you create from an energy of integrity is money of love and money of light that will bring good to you and to others. And I want to say that last bit again. So the money that you create from your integrity is money of love and light that will only bring good to you and to others. So when raising prosperity consciousness, and we go from forgiveness to priorities, and priorities to integrity, then that presents us or places us in a place, in a position to be fully open to the unified field. I want to just give you the introduction to the understanding of the metaphysics of the unified field. So the unified field is pure being. It's the source of all abundance and affluence in the universe. The unified field is the source of all creation. So as you begin to raise your prosperity consciousness, I want you to begin to think about you stepping up into being that unified field. The unified field isn't something outside of you. You are a part of it. So in a lot of languaging, so often people will say, oh, well, the universe, as if it's something outside. Or people will say God, as if it's something outside. Or source, as if it's something outside. But you are the universe. The universe is you. You are God. God is you. You are source. Source is you. When you step into the unified field, when you raise your prosperity consciousness, then that's when the universe, or God, or source, or soul, or again, whatever language speaks to you, is able to work through you, creating expansion and evolution for all. For you, your family, and all those that you come in contact with, and all those that you don't ever even physically come into contact with. Because as you shift your state of being, then someone on the other side of the world, their state of being shifts as well. And I think we can all recognize how much the other side of the world right now is longing, is needing, is calling for that shift in state of being. So there is a teacher whose name is Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, and he's the founder of Transcendental Meditation. And he created a movement of bringing together physicists and having these physicists come together to describe the qualities of the unified field. So these qualities are, again, the source of all that is. And these are the qualities that you want to begin to embody, to allow yourself to raise that level of prosperity consciousness. A quote that Einstein is maybe not as well known for is a beautiful quote where he said, "I want to know the thoughts of God. The rest are details. Understanding the unified field and really beginning to step into that is that process, is beginning to know and be the thoughts of all that is. And then the rest are details. The rest of what you need from your marketing, the rest of what you need for your business building, all the practical pieces that, yes, we'll be taking, yes, we'll be putting in place, but those become easy pieces of the puzzle that just click, click, click right into place. So I want to share with you before we wrap today a key piece of the unified field. So a key piece of the unified field is the understanding of evolutionary. So the concept of evolutionary within the unified field is the understanding that everything in nature is evolving to a higher level of existence. Even without trying or thinking, but just by virtue of existence itself, we are evolving to a higher level of awareness. When you are aware of this, you evolve even faster. Again, everything in nature is evolving to a higher level of existence without trying, without thinking, just by virtue of existence itself. It's the awareness that creates the quickening. And so that is my third coach's request for you. Through your statement of forgiveness, through the identification of your priorities, and then through just a commitment to come back and to return to this awareness, prosperity consciousness raises, opportunities abound, and ease begins to flow. So my third coach's request is just the commitment to return to the awareness. Now, I say return to the awareness because there is a recognition that we are beings of the universe, we are beings of God, and we are also human. So we will get pulled off track. We will have moments of forgetting. The key is to remind. You can listen to this recording again and again, or create another talisman or tangible totem that will support you in coming back to this awareness. And then from there, just open your eyes. Open your eyes and watch. Watch what begins to happen. Take note of it and give appreciation. Again, it's the awareness that creates the quickening. Recognize what's working well for you. Recognize where the goodness is. Recognize where the prosperity is. Give gratitude for it, and there will be more.
Thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoyed this episode of A Course in Business Miracles. If you're ready to learn how to use your highly sensitive abilities to support you in being purposeful, profitable, and empowered rather than scattered, poor, and undervalued, take my free self-quiz to find out if you are indeed a highly sensitive entrepreneur. And if you are, along with your quiz results, you'll receive my free HSE Success Guide, which will teach you how to have your highly sensitive abilities working for you to create the results you desire in your business. Take the quiz and receive your free success guide now at www.hsequiz.com.